All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 10 of the 4Line
Yes,
Podcast.
sir.
As always, my name is CJ, and I'm
It-
here with,
It's your amigo Brandon, people.
yes, sir. So welcome back. It's been a week, I guess, but make sure you check out this Philadelphia series recap. I'll put the link in the description.
It's
Or it should
out
pop up in your
now.
recommended.
Out now.
Out.
Watch it.
Right now, like literally right now. So make sure you watch that, or you don't like puppies. So make sure you watch that.
Bro, moment already.
So anyway, bit of the day action. What do we got going on here, man?
So today, me and CJ was like, let's.
Even with the hat brim too, like even the
So,
underbrim matches.
We got the regular home fit on. Nothing more
Yeah.
to say. Like, I'm speaking for both of us right now. We got the home fit on.
Word, bro.
But he's got something else. He'll show you that later. But I got the judge
Oh
on
yeah,
with the
the judge.
Big Bertha in the cut. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so we got a new jersey.
With
And,
the ugly,
I-
with the ugly Nike
the ugly Nike
swoosh.
look with the Nike swoosh, but it's the only Garrett Cole jersey
yes.
I could buy. So,
Let's see the back. Like, can we please see the back?
Yeah, if I can.
Oh yes.
I mean, it has the name, but it was the cheapest version. I mean, I'm not paying $160 for no name. Nike, go screw yourself. But anyway, I hope y'all saw in the recap, but we got the 2000 World Series fresh lid, brand new, fresh from MLB store.
So we pretty
thanks,
much
MLB
wearing
store.
our pinstripes today, showing off our
Yeah, we
Yankee
got-
spirit.
Look at the underbrims of the hats, though. We even got the seam underbrim today.
Woo. But I like to keep the stickers on and looking fresh. He takes them off.
Nah,
It's your
no
personal
stickers, bro.
preference. Comment down
Still,
below.
I put
You
stickers on my
guys
phone.
keep the stickers on your hats, or do you take them off? Comment down below. We want to know.
Yeah, let's do a little poll. Let's do a little poll.
Yeah.
Y'all keep the stickers on, or y'all keep them off? What do y'all
So
do?
without further ado, let's get straight into the episode.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of Yankees news and league news, so we're just gonna go one by one. So first, starting off with the league news, we got rosters are now downsizing to 28 players. One reason for this is because the season is shortened to 60 games, and another reason is because of coronavirus concerns. It produces more social distancing between the staff and players. Now, personally, I would say just keep your main players on the
Makes sense.
on the roster and the players that are going to perform. Not
Yeah.
players like my boy Montgomery and just get him off
Hey.
here, please.
Well, Montgomery's still young, but J Hat, bro, come on.
Get
J.
him
Happ.
out.
I mean,
Go
J.
back
Happ,
to Toronto, bro.
come on, J Hat, bro. Like, let's put this dude on a goddamn Aaron Judge home run rocket and just send him to Jupiter or something, bro. Like,
I wish it was him that got hit by Giancarlo Stanton.
that's
instead of
yo,
Tanaka.
I mean, like, I would rather have Clark Schmidt in the rotation. I mean, I never was a big J Hat fan from the get go, but
My man CJ loves Clark Schmidt out here.
I love Clark Schmidt, bro. The dude is filthy. If y'all watch the summer camp and the scrimmages, bro, this dude was curveball, man. But anyway, let's get Clark. Start a petition. Start a GoFundMe. Let's get Clark Schmidt in the rotation. I don't know what to do, but
What do you
Also,
got for some
started-
Yankees news?
we still got some other league news. Oh, wait, actually, yeah, Yankees news here.
Yeah.
Tommy Kahnle done for the year. Successful Tommy John surgery. I am very sad about that. I am sad. Tommy Kahnle was one of my favorite pitchers on the team, and
Every time I think
hurts.
of Tommy Kahnle, I think of that video of him. I believe he was on the White Sox punching the bench. Can we throw a clip up of that?
yeah,
Right now?
if I can,
That's just
yeah.
awesome. I mean, Tommy Kahnle, what a guy. You know what?
I love Tommy Kahnle.
Best
bro. He's a
recovery
great
out
person.
to you, Tommy Kahnle. Hope you do
That's
well.
true.
We can't wait to see you
Very
next
lovely.
year, saucing up in the Bronx.
Yeah, facts, bro. Yankees re-signed Tommy Kahnle. The dude he's a great guy. He's a funny dude, great person, great player, great
He was
pitcher,
like, boom,
all around great guy. He's so funny. He's a great teammate too. He looks like a great teammate. I'd love to have him on my team. So, Tommy Kahnle, if you're watching this, which I unfortunately
love
doubt,
you.
prayers up, dude. We love you, man. Anyway,
So
Going back
scheduling
to the
for the
league news.
teams, there's going to be scheduling for Miami and Philadelphia towards the ending of the season. So they're gonna play a 7-game series, Miami and Philly.
What?
I'm pretty sure they're gonna split it up between the stadiums. So a couple's gonna be in
Yeah,
Philly, couple's
I
gonna
think
be in
so.
Miami. But yeah, they're gonna play the games that they missed during COVID. As we said in episode 9, there was a big COVID-19 outbreak with Miami Marlins.
Mhm.
Um, so what do you think? Oh, bro, moment,
Bruh.
bro,
Don't
moment.
worry, I don't have the Rona. It's just allergy. These
So
allergies, man.
CJ, what do you think about this? Do you like the idea of 7-game series, and can we see this moving on in the future?
I find this to be very bizarre, if you ask me, bro. 7-game series. I mean, how that must get so boring. Like you're a Phillies fan, for example, considering the Marlins have no fans. Oh, look, we're playing the Marlins again today for the 7th straight day. So that's a whole week that we're playing the same team. Isn't this interesting? Like that must get so boring, like as a player and as a fan, because like get playing the same team over and over for a week.
And now that
I
we're on the
mean,
topic of the Marlins, I'm just gonna bring this up. How in the
Bruh.
Marlins in first place?
well, I know why, because they've played the
Well,
Orioles
one thing
and
is
the
also
Nationals.
because of the COVID outbreak, but like we said in previous episodes, you could go back. We said once this 60-game season thing was out, it's
Anything
anyone's
can happen.
game.
Anyone's
Like
game.
who in their right mind thought that the Marlins would be leading in first place?
Especially in
I
that
mean,
division.
jeez, like
And especially
it's
in that
anyone's game now. It's
especially
literally
in that
anyone's game.
especially in that NL East. That's a loaded division. And then the Mets in last place. So kudos to the
Bruh.
Mets.
6 to
More
1. That's
expectations yet
unbelievable.
again. But I mean that's crazy.
Now,
I mean they've only played the Orioles and the Nationals. I mean the
yeah,
Nationals are off to a slow start, but the Orioles
but
just flat out
also
suck.
CJ. Speaking on that, when they come back from this COVID-19 thing, are they going to perform the same? And are they going to keep this record up? I think that they're personally going to fall down, but I might be
I think they're
wrong.
gonna
I
fall
mean,
eventually.
what do you think, CJ? What do you think is going to happen with the Marlins?
I think they might fall down eventually. I mean, they've been winning games. They got the Mets coming up this week, but knowing the Mets might lose in classic Mets fashion to the Marlins. But I could see the Marlins improving a little bit, but I don't see them. I mean, they could make the playoffs. I mean, it's anyone's game, but I honestly doubt that in that division as the Braves and Nationals. That whole division got off to a slow start for the most part, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah,
Uh, except I mean the Phillies didn't play that many games either. I mean that's why they're in like last I think right now. But then the Mets suck right now as always. Braves and Nationals,
Mets.
the
Don't
the
even
front
talk about
runners
the
to win.
Mets.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. The Nationals and the Braves are front runners to win that division technically, but anything could happen here. I mean it's anyone's ball game. We're playing 60-game season here. Like I called it before, the Blue Jays are making the playoffs. I still have that in my mind. It's anything can happen. I mean,
I love
sleeper
how the
teams
Blue
are out
Jays
there.
are out here playing in Buffalo.
The Buffalo/Toronto Blue Jays. Actually, Buffalo. Let's just call them the Buffalo Blue Jays from now on. But
Bruh.
the Blue Jays are a loaded team. I mean, I've said this in previous episodes, and I'll say it again. Blue Jays are gonna make the playoffs.
Yes,
They're gonna make the playoffs.
but we're gonna
But
beat them.
anyway, we
What do you
got
got? Some
some
Yankee news.
positive news here for the Yankees. Aroldis Chapman threw a bullpen session on Thursday or Wednesday. Actually, Thursday. So that's a bro moment on me. Through a bullpen, Aaron Boone said he will do a few bullpens before he sees live hitters. No need to rush him back. Makes sense. You don't want to see him rushing back to get in the game when A, Zach Britton is doing a great job at closer, and B, you don't want to see him get hurt in the first game because he rushed his training and his
But
practice
you
to get
gotta
to the league.
love Aroldis Chapman coming back in. Aroldis Chapman. I mean, people are scared to even verse him on how big and
Hmm.
how fast his velocity is. I mean, I would be. They don't call him a Cuban missile for no reason, bro. Like this guy.
Exactly, dude.
This guy is
He's
awesome.
legit.
Shout out to my
He's
Cuban
legit.
brother out there, but gotta love
Yeah,
him.
word. I mean, I love Chapman. He's one of my favorite players. And then also positive news: Luis Sessa should be back. Back from the COVID list. We could use him in the bullpen. We could use that arm. And considering the starting rotation has been absolutely garbage.
Doo doo. Can we get a bro moment
Absolute.
for the starting rotation real quick?
Let's get a bro
Bruh.
moment for the starting
But
rotation.
we're gonna
And
keep out Garrett Cole because Garrett Cole's going off.
Garrett Cole is the GOAT. I mean, Garrett Cole, I love you. We all do. But anyway, I got a question. If speaking on like the Philadelphia series in a way and the starting rotation, who would you take to be your player of the series? Like, who do you think was the best player of the series in your opinion?
What the Yankees and the Philadelphia Philly series?
Yeah, who do you think was the best Yankees player in that series?
Honestly, Garrett Cole did put a huge performance on.
Hmm.
Talkman really stood out.
He stood out to me too.
He was a really big standout this series, and of
Hmm.
course we got Judge hitting bombs, but yeah, really Talkman stood out.
To me, the four-line player of the series was Gio Urshela. This
Mm.
dude is God. I mean, this dude continues to hit the ball hard, drive and runs, make great defensive plays at there. Talkman is my runner-up here. Talkman is hitting the ball well too, playing great defense. Shout out to both of them. I mean, they're both looking awesome. Cashman coming up with steals. I wonder how $25,000 we paid for Urshela is doing with the Blue Jays right now. I mean, we literally finessed the Blue Jays for a. I mean, what you know what
You
I
just
was
got
having to talk.
finessed.
You just got finessed. I was having a talk with my dad last night, and we were like, he's like,
Shout
I
out to
think the
Chris
Yankees
real quick.
signed. Shout out to my dad, the goat. I think that the Yankees. Yeah, he's like, I think the Yankees signed these players like Urshela, Talkman, and Voit because they're great defenders, and he also thinks that if you have the great defenders, you could develop them into great hitters at the same time, and they'd become an all-around great ball player. So I
Yes.
like that take by my dad. I agree with that. Actually, I think that's a great way to put on. I think that's like a great take on it, and I agree with it. I mean, Cashman just finesses people with this stuff, and his scouts too. I mean, you look for great defenders, and then boom. I mean, Luke Voigt's hitting bombs, or Shella's hitting bombs, Talkman's hitting over 300. I mean, it's good to see like these players that weren't given a chance, who couldn't hit, just develop into great hitters slash defenders over time with the Yankees. It's good to see. I
So
personally enjoy seeing it.
moving on, we had another COVID-19 outbreak in the major league. The
Ugh.
Cardinals, they decided to all go to a casino, and most of the players tested positive for COVID-19. Now, one player, in particular, was very public about it. Yadier Molina, came out publicly and said that he did, in fact, have the virus. It sucks to see how these players are literally risking their season by going out and just partying. I mean, come on. You see the NBA, you see how locked down the NBA is in the bubble. Why can't you just
Well,
do the
with the
same?
exception of Lou Williams going out
Bruh.
for some wings, and with the exception of Rashawn Holmes, my fellow king, going out
But
to just pick up food at the entrance. But I mean,
I
the
do have to
NBA is doing a
say
great
the
job.
NBA has
Not the
zero COVID positive tests right now. So they're doing
NBA is
something
doing a
right,
great job.
which I feel like my boy Bobbert, let's put up a bro moment right now for Bobbert.
Well, moment on Bobbert. I mean, at this point in time, I'd rather see an MLB bubble than going traveling all over the place,
Yeah.
especially like high risk zones like
Especially that there's
Florida.
no fans. Like, what's the point of it?
Exactly, dude. I mean, it's fun to see Yankee
Come
Stadium, but
on. You
I
have
mean, but the thing,
literally Orlando and Disney waiting for you. Like, there's literally a baseball stadium right next to where the NBA
exactly,
players play. There's literally a stadium right there just sitting there that you guys
and
could
you can do spring
use
training too.
the whole time. Because obviously, you're going to keep having teams that are COVID numbers going up because they're traveling constantly, they're out constantly. Throw them in a
Yeah,
bubble in Orlando, just like the NBA is doing. There's a stadium right there. You guys can play all your games there, figure out the schedule.
yeah.
Especially that there's no fans. Come on, MLB, do it
I mean,
better.
looking back on it now, I feel like the MLB should have done a bubble. It kind of
Yes.
takes away all these risks, and you see the NBA is doing a great job. I mean, when you're all in the same environment and you can't leave the environment, and you're all technically together and you're all playing against each other it takes away a big risk of the COVID. Same with the NHL. I mean, they're doing the bubbles, the Western Conference bubble in Edmonton and the Eastern Conference bubble out in Toronto. They're doing the same thing. Like, you can't leave the hotel unless you have a game. You can't like run around the city of Toronto. You can't go out party. You can't go anywhere in Edmonton. You're staying quarantined in the hotel around other teammates, and then you're going out to play, and you're coming back. It
Like
takes away a big
even
risk of the virus.
the
You can't go anywhere.
I mean, and it also shows a different type of sportsmanship because literally the NBA became one big family by literally
Yeah,
protecting each other and staying in. Like, you could see how much the NBA has become a family and has become tighter and closer together because they're in the
yeah,
same area. They're protecting each other with Corona. That's why they've had 0 cases. MLB
yeah.
or anybody listening to this that has anything to deal with the NBA, any affiliates, please bring it up to the managers. You literally have a stadium and a field in Orlando to play at where there's also a hotel. You guys can quarantine. You guys can stay there. Just
Exactly.
it'll be so much better than having COVID outbreaks like the Cardinals, like the Phillies, like the Marlins. This isn't going to be the first
Yeah,
time this happens. You already know it's going to happen again
it's
in the
not.
league if they keep traveling. I wouldn't be shocked if the Mets come up with the COVID case. Any other team in the league come up with the COVID case because they're constantly traveling. So MLB,
It's possible.
please,
It's
we
possible.
care about our players. Please
MLB.
figure something out in a bubble.
I
You
mean, MLB.
have the opportunity to do so.
I mean, MLB. I mean, they should have done this before the season started. If they should have did it, but I'm confused of what Manfred is trying to do here. He's like, all right, I'm gonna assign a safety officer to every team in the league to make sure players aren't going out and partying and doing all sorts of things. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. But I also don't understand the fact that players are wearing like masks and all sorts of things in the dugout and on the field, and then
They
you see
recently
they're high
just put
fiving
a
each
rule out,
other, they're hugging
actually.
each other.
They recently
What's the
just put
rule?
a rule out that before games and after games finish, they must have a mask on at all times. So as they're arriving to the field and as they're until the point where their cleats touch that field, they have to have the mask on.
And I agree with that. I
I
mean,
agree with
it
that
kind of.
100%.
I mean, the masks, I mean, they can't do anything in some cases, but if you had the virus at one point, it helps you to prevent spreading the virus. And wearing a mask kind of protects you in a little bit of a way.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes away, instead of walking around with no mask on, putting on the mask kind of takes away it takes away a risk. It doesn't make a huge factor, but it still takes away a bit of a risk. So, that makes sense by the MLB. But this COVID, the players are ruining it for themselves. I mean,
Yeah.
y'all are lucky you're playing right now with the whole beef with the owners and Manfred earlier in the year. You're lucky that you're even playing right now. So you should like take advantage of it. Have fun with your like. I saw Garrett Cole. I believe you talked about this. Garrett Cole and Brett Gardner put on like a team bonding event at one of the hotels. They were just playing video games, having dinner, like all social distance in the hotel. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. That's good to do. But going out to casinos with no masks or anything and touching game slots, touching
Yeah.
ball, touching card, touching chips, playing blackjack, all sorts of things. You're touching things that other people
Mask.
could have touched, and you're in an inside environment where the virus spreads
I'm
easier.
so
I
sick
mean,
of these people.
I don't get it how you could just. I mean, yeah, I mean, everyone wants some sense of fun and freedom back into their life, but it's not the time to go to a casino and play games right now.
So,
I mean, it's
enough
not the time.
said. Um,
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
enough said
move
on
on
that.
real quick because we could talk about this topic all day. But
Yeah, we can talk
the
about the Astros,
Astros and the Red Sox. One thing, the Red Sox, they're in dead last place. They are not doing anything. But you gotta love to see it. Hashtag Dead Sox. We're gonna put that up on the screen. Comment down below. Hashtag Dead
Red
Sox.
Sox.
But also the Astros. This just shows that they were cheating. I mean, how are you gonna come from a winning team and everything winning to a 6-6 record? This shows a lot.
And
Tuve has been striking out. George Springer has been striking out. Carlos Correa has
Correa.
been striking out. Hashtag free Joe Kelly.
Free Joe Kelly.
But this just goes to show that they really did cheat, and without their little cheating devices, they're not that good of a team.
Nothing. I mean, I don't get how you you have all that talent, and again, you cheated. I mean, I've said this before. I don't get why you cheated with all that talent on your team, but you played the Mike Troutless Angels, and you lost. I
Mess.
think 2 out of 3 to them, and then you go and lose 2 games to the Arizona Diamondbacks. I mean, it's fun to see. I mean, I hate the Astros. We all hate the Astros. I have a burning passion for them, but they're never. I
I'd
don't get
love to
it. I
see
mean, they're
the
not
rivals
gonna win. You
lose.
love to see exactly, and it's karma for cheating. I mean, y'all
Yes.
cheated, and now it appears that you're paying the price. So I love to see it. Everyone loves to see it. You love to see it. I love to see it. Mark loves to see it. Yankee fans love to see it. It's
Shout out
fun.
my boy Mark.
I
We
mean,
love you.
and then
We
yes, we love
miss
you,
you,
Mark,
Mark. We
and
miss you.
we miss you, Mark. We miss you, my boy. And then 9-3 are the Yankees right now, first place atop the AL East. Personally, I don't. I mean, call me biased, call me a biased, dumb Yankee fan, call me unloyal, call me whatever the hell you want. But I see the Yankees staying in first place for the whole rest of the year and winning the division. I mean, there's nothing.
Yes, sir.
I really don't see anything changing. And then
Now,
people
also,
could test.
who did the Yankees sign, CJ?
Oh, they signed this pitcher, Nick Tropiano, from the. I think he was from the minors. I recognize the name. Not bad. Just some depth for the bullpen. I'm guessing. I don't know if he. I think he got
Especially
called
with
up. I
our
mean, just depth.
bad starting pitchers.
Are awesome starting rotations, but also with the roster downsizing, Miguel Andujar and Nick Nelson have been sent down. Nick Nelson looked great in his debut against the Red Sox, but got absolutely throttled by the Phillies, giving up 6 runs in an inning. That's
And
not
Duhar
fun.
just gives me a headache.
He's inconsistent so far. I mean,
Very inconsistent. He showed this last season too that he was very inconsistent. They had moved him to the outfield this year. They thought putting him in the outfield it would be a good change for him, and it hasn't done anything but sent him down. I mean, I see them sending him back up for 1 game just to trade him away. I need him traded away because he's not a good fit.
well, the thing is, I mean, he had in 2018, the season before he got hurt, he was Rookie of the Year candidate. He should have won that Rookie of the Year. That's my opinion. But I'm disappointed in how
Very.
he isn't hitting the ball, and he's not doing too well in the field. I mean, he never was the best fielder, but he's a good hitter, and it's kind of sad to see. Because I'm a dude that believes in Andujar. I believe in all the potential this dude has, and I think he could be an awesome player for the Yankees. But Gio Urshela is killing it at third. Mike Talkman's killing it in the outfield. Brett Gardner's starting to heat up. Judge and Hicks looking good. I mean, you're not going to sub out a player who's on fire right now in Mike Talkman for someone who can't hit the ball at the moment and can't field.
If Andujar can clean up his act and start becoming more consistent, he'll find a place either on our roster or on a different roster in the MLB.
Exactly.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he gets traded away. I wouldn't be surprised if the Yankees are like, you know what, we're going to use you as a trading option. And
Exactly.
I wouldn't be too disappointed because there's sometimes where I'm really happy about Andujar and how he's performing. And then there's sometimes like right now where I can't even stand it.
Exactly, dude. I mean, it's tough, but I'm like the CEO of the Clint Frazier fan club here. Like, I want to see Clint Frazier in the major leagues. I don't care if he. I mean, I want to see him with the Yankees, obviously, because he has a ton of potential. But if that never works, I want to see him traded so he could succeed. Not. I don't have any hard feelings towards Clint Frazier. Oh, Clint
Like
Frazier.
you do with Didi.
Oh, I miss Didi. Didi is. I'm very sad still about Didi. It breaks my heart seeing him on the Phillies. But anyway, I'm the CEO of the Clint Frazier fan club. I can't hate him. No hard feelings against him. But I want to see Clint Frazier get a chance in the major leagues. I want to see him hit the ball and do field and for a good team. I want to see him play because he could be a starting outfielder on any team in the league right now. I want to see him succeed.
Yeah.
I mean, the Yankees, unfortunately, there's not a spot for him right now. So he needs but he needs an opportunity to shine. All that talent is just being wasted in the minor league at the alternate site right now. He needs to get traded, called up, or something here because he deserves to be playing. All his talent is being wasted, and it's very unfortunate. It really is. I mean,
So still going on with the Yankees news almost. Phil Nevin got kicked out of the first game of the doubleheader, arguing a bad call. It was called by Angel Hernandez, the worst umpire in the league. Can we get a bro moment for Angel Hernandez? But
let's get a bruh moment for Angel Hernandez.
uh,
Absolute
bad
bum.
call on Mike Ford in the seventh inning, and my boy Phil Nevin just pulled up and started going off on Angel,
Phil Nevin was going.
and
Oh, I mean, I love Phil Nevin.
they
I
threw him
think
out of the game. But you gotta love to see it. I love when our coaches and managers get up into the umpires' faces. It's just a great sight.
it is. I mean, it's fun. It's fun. It's funny, and it's like I love the social distance argument where Boone comes out in his mask, Hernandez comes
They
out
all
in
put
his
on the
mask,
mask before they go out and argue. It's
and
awesome.
Phil Nevin has no mask on. Maybe that's why he got thrown out. But you see him just
Can we
arguing
get
from
a
6 feet apart.
Can we get a quick bro moment for all the coaches and managers that come out? They're literally like this. They put on their mask, they put on their little squirt of hand sanitizer, and they're like, "Screw
And they
you,
go out.
suck."
Yeah, and they go out. They're arguing from 6 feet apart, and I find it to be hysterical. I think it's
It's
awesome.
awesome.
It's funny. I mean, social distance
But
argument.
then
Never
there's
would
parts
I.
when we really are upset with the way managers are acting and coaches are acting, as we've seen from the Athletics bench coach Ryan Christensen apologizes for an accident that he made. It's a very controversial accident, and it was a very disturbing accident. He put up a sign that we'll put the clip up now of it.
Yeah, I'll put a picture. I'll put a picture right here.
But he put up the Nazi salute sign. Um, it's very
Disturbing.
upsetting to see someone with that power do something
Like
in that
that.
culture, and he got called out on it. That picture. I think his last name is Hendricks, the pitcher. Forced his arm down because it's very disrespectful to certain people,
It
and
is.
we don't like to see it. And a comment that he made, um, after the game, this is his exact words: "I made a mistake, and I will not deny it. Today in the dugout, I greeted my players with a gesture that was offensive. In the world today of COVID, I adapted our elbow bump, which we do after wins, to create some distance with the players. And then my
Oh.
gesture unintentionally resulted in a racist and horrible salute that I do not believe in. What I did is unacceptable, and I deeply apologize." So we could see the
All
apology
right.
coming from him, but
All right. So I mean, he
I
didn't
don't
do it
like
intentionally.
if we showed you guys the clip a little bit ago, but in the clip you literally see him standing there, and then the pitcher puts down his arm and he does it again.
And it was
I
caught on
don't
TV. I mean,
I don't
I don't.
understand it, and
I
he
don't. I
does it
don't.
again.
I don't get if he didn't know what it meant or what he was doing. I mean, maybe he was doing like a social distance thing, but I mean, when you put your arm up like that, that's just offensive. I mean, I mean, we don't stand for any of that racist crap here at the 4 Line. We don't stand for any
No,
discrimination against anyone, no matter what your race, gender, anything is. Yeah, but I mean, even if he did that unintentionally, it's still kind of messed up. It's very messed up, and I
very.
hope he realized what he did
I
because
could
that's
see the
just not
apology
right.
coming from him, but
Yeah, I mean,
at the end of the day, it's just something that you don't. I
you
see
don't
like
want to see it. You don't want
how
to see it.
he's
You just don't.
apologizing. I see that he feels bad about what he did. I see all that, but what I still don't understand, even if he apologized, is why after the pitcher put his arm down, he did it once again.
Exactly, and that's what I don't get because maybe the pitcher was trying to get him to realize what he did.
Yeah,
but
so we do not
unfortunately, I
stand
don't think
up.
he realized.
We do not stand up for any of that. We do not tolerate it here at the Four Line. We're
No,
all
not at
here
all.
about promoting positivity and
And
equality.
baseball positivity.
Yes,
Baseball
so
brings people together, and the Yankees bring people together,
this is just a
and
very
that's why
bad
we started
look.
this.
This is just a very bad
Bad
look
look.
on the MLB and especially on the Athletics.
And this player bench coach he was, especially
Yeah.
on him. I mean that's just it's just messed up to do
And
that.
he was the bench
And
coach for 3 years with the Athletics. So who knows if he's still gonna have that job or not?
exactly. And how do you not realize what you did? That's what I don't get. Like, how do you
It's
hold your arm up
upsetting.
like that and not realize what it is? I mean, if I see someone doing that, I instantly know what that means.
Yeah,
I mean, and it's unfortunate that we have to like learn about this, and it's unfortunate that's just a part of history. But again, we don't support any of this. This is a baseball slash Yankees podcast. We like to spread positivity, bring people together, just like baseball does. So
so
we don't
we
promote
don't like
any of this.
to talk about this normally. So we're
Yeah,
gonna try and wrap this up like really quickly because we don't like to see
yeah,
it at the end of the day.
yeah.
But
It's not fun to see. And
talking about
moving on.
Glaber and Sanchez,
Uh,
what a
well,
mess.
Sanchez hit a home run against the Phillies
But
on
that's only
Thursday, but
one home run.
exactly. I mean, this is filmed before Friday's Rays game. If you're watching this, maybe
Yes.
Glaber hit a home run Friday.
Who
Maybe he's
knows?
gonna hit a home. Today's filmed on Friday at 12:52 p.m. The game's on at 6:40. Maybe Glaber will hit a home run today. Hopefully, I'm right. Hopefully, I predicted the future. But he is slumping. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, Glaber. I mean, ever since that Nationals game where he came in clutch with the home run and the single, he's been ice cold. I don't understand. And Sanchez
I don't
too.
like to
Sanchez
see
hit his
it.
first home run the other day. No one likes to see it. It's very disappointing in both of these players that they're not hitting the ball. But it's only like 12 games into the year. They're
Hopefully they
still
can
under
fix that up real quick because we need our whole team to produce, not just Judge and Stan hitting bombs all the
exactly, bro.
time. We need all of our players to produce the same amount of skill level that all these other players are producing, and
Exactly.
it's not going to work out if we don't all work together.
Exactly, and the players need to. I mean, I saw like when Sanchez hit the home run, the players were lifting him up, realizing that he's in a slump and that things are eventually going to get better for him. And the players, obviously, I mean, their teammates, they do a good job of lifting each other up. You just need to support each other through these times. I mean,
Yeah.
it's tough to see slumping here from two of our young stars, but hopefully things will get better. But let's do like a quick little recap here on the Philadelphia series, if you feel like it.
We mainly
Again,
touch upon this last episode, so it's just gonna be like really quick for this episode.
yeah.
Make sure if you
So,
want the full recap, watch the last episode. Link will be in the
yes,
description below.
yes. So my player of the series, the 4-line player of the series, in my opinion, goes to Gio Urshela.
Yes.
Mike Talkman coming in second, but then the garbage player of the series goes to Jay Happ. Jay Happ, 3 innings, 3 hits, 4 earned runs, 6 walks, and 1 strikeout. That looks like my line when I used to play CYO ball with Brandon. And Jay Happ is imitating me. So,
You don't
congratulations,
want to
Jay
see
Happ. You look like
CJ
you on the mound.
pitching. And
Yeah,
I
I mean,
used to catch
I
CJ. I used to
you're
catch
in it, bro.
CJ, and I would be there. I'd be like, I would want to like. There were times where I would be catching CJ, and I
Be
would
like,
just want
come
to
on,
stand
bro.
up and just be like, just walk the guy already. It was
I mean,
awful.
I was a good. Don't get me wrong here. I'm not a bad baseball player. I used to be a decent pitcher at
But
one point, but then I kind
his
of declined.
pitching
But it is what it is.
towards 7th and 8th grade was a little messy.
Garbage. Yeah, but before that, I was fine. But now we're going to junior year in high school. Haven't played baseball in a minute. Looking forward to hopefully playing baseball again soon, getting my act back together. But anyway,
So
the Yankees split the series with Philadelphia. Nothing too special, nothing too not bad. Starting rotation, you guys suck. Get it together, with the exception of Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole, we love you. Bullpen looks good. Awesome stuff by the bullpen. Offense not looking bad. Defense kind of needs to work on it a little bit. But yeah, that's pretty much a recap of everything we said in the last video in
so
about a minute and a half. I
We're
mean,
very close to wrapping up this episode, but one more thing before we go.
yes.
As we can see, anything can happen this season with the schedule wise.
Hmm.
Um as of corona concerns or rainouts or anything that's happening. So don't be shocked if the season does have to get extended a little longer
Yeah.
because teams are going to start to get the coronavirus, but we pretty much knew that was going to happen once we saw that the Marlins got COVID. So,
Yeah, I mean anything could happen. I mean it's in the COVID world right now, anything could happen. I mean short season's short enough, but games could get moved, canceled, postponed, anything due to the COVID. So hopefully players kind of realize not to go out, go
yeah.
party, go to casinos, go do whatever the hell you want because you can't do whatever you want because you're putting other people at risk, you're putting your own teammates at risk, and you're putting your opponents at risk, and coaches and you're putting your whole organization at risk, and maybe even strangers from the outside world. But
So
you kind of need to get it
that
together,
pretty
stay
much
healthy.
wraps up our episode for today. Thank you for watching episode 10 of the
Yes,
Four
sir.
Talk. Make sure you watch the series recap number 2. Link in the description below. But
Yep.
as we said, we pretty much touched upon everything. Make sure you stay on the watch out on our Instagram for series recap number 3 coming
Live
out
stream.
after the Tampa Bay series. We will
And
be
I'm
live
gonna be
streaming this premiere of this video. So if you watched the live stream before this, huge shout out to you. You a real
yeah,
supporter, real G.
yes, sir. And
But
hold
anyways-
up, before we go, I wanted to say something. For the next full podcast we do, not the series recap, I'm about to be out there in South Carolina.
Oh yeah.
So I'll catch you guys from the southern coast of the United States of America. So I'm gonna bring all my stuff with me. I'm gonna bring my laptop. I'm gonna be watching games there. Nothing stopping me from watching my Yankees, watching our Yankees, making videos and podcasts for you guys. But anyway, I guess that
Signing
wraps it up.
off. It's your boy, your amigo Brandon.
It's CJ. Have a great day, everyone.
Wonderful day. Let's go,
bro.
Yankees.
Yeah, let's go Yankees, bro.